on the show, the best show.
And everyone, welcome back to the Soccerverse Lounge, the official appointment meeting, catch-up interviews, focus, whatever you want to call it for Soccerverse. Today, guys, look who's above me. See this face here? This is Odee. He's a big boss. He's a real big boss. You know, I call everyone big boss, but this guy is actually a real big boss, and you will get to know him very well now. How are you doing, Odee? Welcome.
Yeah, I'm good. Hi, it's good to be on this. I enjoy this show very much. So to be on it is kind of cool.
Thank you for being here, but thank you, Odee, for being here. He's been a very active member of this show since day one. Always in the chat. I don't remember if you missed one appointment with these shows. I don't really remember. Maybe once or twice, but otherwise always here. So thank you so much. Let's start with, I want to show you, before getting to know from him, who is Odee, what he's doing, what he's achieved through the years, because I already anticipate it's going to be a big stream. I want to show you the intro. Let me share the screen. Actually, Soccerverse intro. Maybe you forgot, probably you didn't, but we'll see Odee in action in the intro of Soccerverse. Okay, let's have a look. Let me go in sharing. Sutton United. This is Sutton United Stadium. Who is this guy? Big boss. Tell you, this goal is crazy. And was it
yeah, that goal I didn't see because we were filming when they scored that goal, but the rest of the game was absolutely rubbish. It was an awful game. It was 1-1.
Really? Oh my god, that's a secret, because if you look at this goal, you say, wow. Done. Perfect. So you were already famous in Soccerverse even before Soccerverse launched. Tell us, Odee, who you are, what you're doing in your life, your achievement. I know I googled you a little bit, but let's talk about you.
Right, well, I'll try and let's go backwards. So right now I'm currently the Great Britain team manager for the esports team. What does that mean? So professional gaming. So I've been in professional gaming and esports for 26 years. Started as a player, competed professionally for 7 years. UK champion several games, European champion in several games, world champion eventually. Then I became a coach and manager, and I managed 1,400 players, 138 world champions. And yeah, I had a professional team for a long time, until I sold it to the owners of Crystal Palace, which was a very surreal experience in 2016. Then, like a football manager,
the first time a professional esports team got sold, right?
Yes, and then after that, a lot of other teams got sold, and there's almost almost all the big football clubs now have an esports team in one way, shape or form. Even today, I deal with probably Man City and Wolverhampton Wanderers quite regularly because they have esports teams. Arsenal, owned by Josh Kroenke, they have a team. Yeah, it's huge.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a very short version of it.
Yeah, I know. I read through it. You founded Dignitas team. You founded or even the what was the other one? Can't remember.
London Royal Ravens.
The Ravens.
So I was one of the original players of Dignitas. So my teammates and I created Dignitas, but Dignitas grew beyond the game that we started in, which was Battlefield 1942. Hopefully somebody played that. But we were the best team in the world at that game, and I was one of the best players in the world. I don't mind saying that now because I'm old now, so I can say it.
You can brag
But
on
it just, yeah, and it just grew and grew, and it just got to almost every other word when I talk about esports is surreal, because it is surreal how big it's grown, and now it's at the Olympics in 2 years' time. So hopefully I'll be there with Great Britain competing, and hopefully I'll come back with a gold medal.
Oh yeah, please. Imagine getting back. So this is the first time that Great Britain competes at the Olympics with the esports team?
It's the first time anybody's competed at the Olympics. So yeah, so how it works, yeah, we're still waiting to hear. I know the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, have just met with games developers in the last couple of months. I don't even know what the games are going to be yet. So, but I'm extremely competitive, so I want to go there and I want to win. But it's going to be hard because there's some really good games in the world.
Cool. So you always managed some same problem as the last week with the intro music.
A few moments later.
Better now? Let's hope so.
This is where I'm no help to you. So over the years, I've had lots of Twitch shows, and my players and people that work for me have had Twitch shows, but we always have people that do this stuff for us, so I can't help you whatsoever. Now, yes. Okay.
Now, yes. Better. Oh, very
Cool.
good now. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Remember what you did now worked better. Perfect. It was my fault then. It was my fault. Sorry, guys. I had the desktop sound on, and that was the echo. Sorry, Odee. We pointed fingers at you. It was my fault.
Don't worry, I'm used to that. When you manage something like when you're a manager, and I've been a manager a long time, lots of people point at you all the time.
It's Odee's
Yeah.
fault. If you don't know whose fault is Odee's fault. So congratulations for this crazy career. And what brings you to Soccerverse then? How it happened? Why you're here?
Literally, I will blame it on Football Manager.
Yeah.
So, as I told you just before we came on, so I had a stroke. I don't know what that is in many other languages apart from English, but a stroke is probably one of the worst things you can have to your body. It's basically an interruption in your brain. So I had a stroke 18 months ago. Luckily, I didn't die. Luckily, I'm still here.
Strong.
But because I'm a gamer, I found it really hard to play shooting games, FPS games with my left hand. I couldn't control my left hand properly. So I was getting very frustrated, and I had to chill a bit. So I thought, what game won't make me angry? So I was thinking, okay, Football Manager, that won't make me angry. I was wrong. Of course, it makes me angry because I'm competitive.
Yeah.
So I played Football Manager for 8 months, and I actually picked Sutton United. And I won everything there is to win in Sutton United. In that 8 months, I won the Champions League with Sutton United. I won the Club World Cup, which is kind of why I'm Sutton United manager in Soccerverse now. But anyway, so whilst I was playing that, I was tweeting that I was winning this and I was winning that.
And
people saw this, and somebody messaged me and said, Odee, you should try this game Soccerverse. It's in beta. Try it, see what you think. So I started playing, and I picked, I think it was Atlanta to start with. I got a little bit bored with Atlanta, so I then went to Albacete, and I know in the beta last year, Albacete was doing brilliantly, but I never saw what happened in the end, so I'd love to know what happened in the end with Albacete. Anyway, I loved the game. It was just fun. It was just immersive. It was just really, really cool and just different because there's real people involved.
Yeah.
And the beta was good, but not until launch. Launch just blew my mind how good this game is. Like the interactivity with the community and other people and other managers and people that love football. It's just one of the best things I've ever played. There's only a couple of things in my career that have actually blown me away like this, and this game has blown me away. I'm lost in this game. I love it.
Good.
Other games like that, Space Invaders was one.
Nice.
And League of Legends. League of Legends is obviously the biggest game in the world.
Yeah.
It's got me all around the world playing that game. But this game I just love. It's fun,
My
and plus it's
God.
football as well, and you can't go wrong with football. So
No. So basically, you're not comparing, but in terms of excitement and innovation and depth of immersion, you're comparing Space Invader, League of Legends, Soccerverse is in that realm at the beginning.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. And the reason being that I've played football management games all my life, since I was younger. Even when in the early 80s, we used to have something called play by mail. I doubt anybody
No, I
had this.
don't.
I'm probably way too old for this. Play by mail was you basically had a game master, and every like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you would get a letter in the post, and it will be the results for that week.
Wow, that's amazing.
And because there were no mobiles, there was no internet then, you would have a sheet on the back of the page where you would write to other managers, and you'd say, I remember the one player that I signed because it was so cool, Fernando Redondo. And if
Redondo, of
anybody
course.
yeah, so Redondo played for Real Madrid eventually, Argentinian player. He was a
Argentina.
fantastic player. So
Yeah.
I signed him. I think I was managing Crystal Palace in this play-by-mail game. But I used to be excited when the postman came every 3 weeks, and I get my results, and then I'd see, damn, this player's injured for 6 months, and then I get angry. So the same feeling I had then was what Soccerverse gave me. So it like kind of made me relive like what I loved in the past. And I love football. Like anybody that knows me, I'm either doing esports, I'm either at a tournament, or I'm watching football. That's it. That's all I ever do.
Soccerhead, Odee.
Yes.
Good.
So when I was a kid, I wanted to play for Arsenal. So there you go. That's all I wanted to do.
You started as a real player, then you moved into digital player, and now you're managing people, and now you are super passionate about Soccerverse. What's next for Odee? I mean, how do you see the future of Soccerverse and you as a Soccerverse player, manager?
So now protagonist has said that he would back Sutton and help us. So now I've
Great.
moved it to Sutton.
Big boss help big
now
boss.
now hopefully we can get some loans from protagonist into Sutton, and then go up the league. So now I have the same goal as I did in Football Manager 18 months ago. Now I want to get Sutton United to the Champions League. That's it.
Let's go.
That's pretty much the goal, and that's hard. It's hard enough in Football Manager. This is even harder because like this game. This is why I love this game. It's the best football managing game ever.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Tell me about this, because there's no better person to tell us about the uniqueness of Soccerverse than you in this case. We had a crazy experienced Cipone, who is here with us in the chat, that has a lot of experience in competitors hi Gregory, thank you so much for the follow. Competitors in terms of soccer management games in crypto, but you are the other part. So soccer management games in general, to be honest, in the Web2 world. So what are the features, in your opinion, that make Soccerverse stand out from all the rest?
I think the timing is brilliant. Like obviously, we all know Football Manager got delayed. I think that very much helped
2026.
Soccerverse just to start with. But I think the difference is now, like I think games going forward right now are very much going to involve role playing. And if you said that to me 10 years ago, I would have looked at you like you were crazy. But one of my professional Call of Duty teams, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, we had a practice arranged with one of the American teams, and one of my players was late, and I was like, and I don't like players being late, I go nuts. So I was like, why are you late? And he's like, and then one of the other players, when he was playing Grand Theft Auto, and I was like, what? I said, but I'm going to fine you if you're late. He's like, yeah, sorry, boss. So I said, what were you doing? And he said, well, he was doing a deal in Grand Theft Auto with these guys, and a deal.
A deal, yeah, okay.
A deal. He was doing a deal in Grand Theft Auto with these guys, and he'd set it up for weeks. So that's how immersive games are going to become. So when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out next year, all of the kids that play Grand Theft Auto, they're gonna disappear for weeks because it's so immersive, because they're role playing, and that's where this game is brilliant because of the roles. So you want scouts, agents, like all of this stuff, managers. At some point, how are we going to bring in coaches? And we're going to bring in like a medical team. I think everybody'd be happy if we got a medical team somehow, because injuries in this game are pretty violent.
Yes, some of them.
It's just there's just so much involvement in this game. That's why
it's immersion. Is the immersion?
Yeah, exactly, and that's key. That's absolutely key. And like going forward, I can see so many opportunities for Soccerverse, and like all of the stuff they can bring in for the game, but also all the commercial stuff that they can bring in from what I've seen in esports. It's just going to be huge.
I'm very interested in that. What are your Odee's suggestions for the future of this? Like, what are the business opportunities for Soccerverse?
Well, obviously the simplest one is advertising, and like hopefully they bring in some kind of like when you play a game, you'll be able to see your game. Eventually, that's going to happen. That makes sense for that to happen.
It's a roadmap.
But then that game you're going to be watching, there's going to be advertisement all over those pitches, around the banners, around the pitch. That makes more money for Soccerverse, and that means they can develop more, and then they can just build it. It will just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Ad breaks.
Yeah, it's like there are no other games that I know of where you can be the agent in a game like there is in this game.
And I've dealt with agent. Sorry to interrupt. What do you mean by agent? The player agent as the role of
the player agent? Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah, so I've never seen that before. I have never been involved with any crypto games whatsoever. Never touched them. So for me, the early esports, so the first probably 10 years of esports, I was kind of the manager and the agent of the players, because there weren't any agents in esports 15 years ago. So I can see this from both sides, and I watch everything in the Discord and see all the arguments for and against, and some of the crazy arguments which are like, seriously, what are you talking about? The role of an agent, for me, it's very simple. The agents, on the agent side, the role of an agent is to get the best for the player.
Yeah.
But obviously in Soccerverse, what we lack compared to real life is you don't have the voice of the player. But the agent's supposed to do whatever the player wants. That's what the agent's supposed to do. Yeah. Does that happen in real life always? No, it doesn't, because I know agents that have their own agenda in esports. And I have a love-hate relationship with a lot of agents, that's for sure. In esports, that's what people like. It's just very interesting.
In that case, they basically they want to do their own business without taking care of the tastes and the ambitions of the players.
Yeah, okay. Which is very annoying. So from me in esports as a player, so I was a player originally, so I always look from a player's point of view. And I always predicted in esports, one day some player's agent's going to come to me and ask for, okay, we will sign a deal with you if my mum gets a house, I get this car, and every Tuesday I have blue M&Ms in my dressing room. That's going to happen one day, and it's almost in esports that's starting to happen. It's very it's kind of nuts, and that happens regularly in football. I know that, and that's been happening for years.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So basically, this is what excites you the most: the customization of the experience of Soccerverse, rather than playing alone, like Football Manager, for instance, and winning everything like you did with Sutton, and then okay, let's do another season, and maybe you are in 2030 with Sutton in Champions League. Here, it's more a little bit of a metaverse. It's
and this is real, because you can cheat obviously, but you can't really cheat because everybody sees, because it's blockchain, and then it's just stupid. Like whatever you do, people are going to see it at some point. In Football Manager, you can cheat, but you're only cheating yourself, because you're playing it's you. So if you like do something, if you change something to help you win, you're only cheating yourself. So that's why when I won the Champions League with Sutton, didn't cheat whatsoever. I didn't do anything where it could help me win. I did it properly, which is why I found that was like the hardest thing to do. So when I started in esports, all I wanted to do was be a world champion, and I knew that was hard, and eventually I did it. And whenever I managed players that became a world champion, I always said to them, like, well done. Being a world champion is really hard, but now it gets harder. Being a world champion twice is even harder. Now try and do that.
You're
So
competitive, very competitive, and
Yes.
goal motivated. You have to you set your own goals, and then you self motivated to achieve those goals. That's very, very good. That's why you achieved what you achieved, in my opinion. So what?
yeah, and also like, sorry, I was gonna say also in
No,
this
no, go ahead.
game, the massive part of this, I guess, the emotional attachment people seem to have to their team, especially you. Like you're a Napoli, like you love Napoli.
Of course.
Like I just love the emotional stuff in this game. You don't get that in other places, and people like if you see people having an argument, like literally angry arguments, like, and what convinced me that I was right on this game was, it's quite a funny story. So, as I said, I started off with
China.
Soccerverse with no Atlanta.
In
Atlanta.
beta, yes.
Yeah, so I got the airdrop and I got a load of influence in Atlanta. So I thought, okay, let's try Atlanta. It was going fine. I think I signed Almiron. That was my first signing, and from Newcastle. And then in real life, a month later, Atlanta signed Almiron, which was kind of weird. Anyway, I didn't notice, but I think Rasputin became the agent of Almiron. I didn't notice that.
Let's have a
But
look.
then my team, Atlanta, played Orlando, and Rasputin downvoted my Almiron. So obviously -10. So Orlando beat me. So I've never had this in a game other than an FPS game where I competed. I was so angry. I was walking around the house banging things. I was so pissed off with that. But then I calmed down and I was thinking, hang on, if this game can make me actually angry, it's brilliant.
Exactly.
The fact that you can actually do that. So I calmed down and I thought, okay, I'm going to do what I always do. Okay, so if I can't, like, I'm going to now beat Rasputin. So at the time, Rasputin was doing very well in China, right? So I thought, okay, I'm moving to China. So the only reason I changed team, I moved to China to beat Rasputin and do the same to him.
Nice.
Okay, my China, I wanted to win the league, but that didn't happen. I think I came 6th. But the last game where I played Qingdao, I became the agent of his striker, and I downvoted his striker just for revenge.
There you go. Rasputin, Qingdao. There you go. Qingdao. I'm looking at the squad now. Squad is striker.
Right at the bottom. I can't remember his name.
Let's go to the ratings. Probably one of the. Odee. There you go. Agent Odee is Alan Borg.
Yeah, Alan Borg. Yeah.
Alan Borg. And now it's happy, but
So,
it used to be to be unhappy.
Yeah, so the game, I think we won 2-0. So I finished the season, we came 6th, and then I thought, okay, please, Mr. Protagonist, can I do something now? Like, can you support us? So
your Rasputin is part of the Aussie team of Goldsmith. Goldsmith, we had it on the show. Goldsmith is another personality, very strong personality, businessman, competitive, very competitive, but on the business side. So that is another very interesting thing. You found a competitor that is as ambitious as you, but not a gamer. He's a businessman. He wants to make money, and he doesn't even watch soccer. He doesn't know much about soccer. He told us straight in a live stream, just like this one. It's on my YouTube. He said, look, I don't follow too much soccer, but I follow the money. I'm a businessman, and this game for me, it's amazing because it allows me to differentiate my activities, etc., and make money. So this is another very strong point of soccer, is connecting the big heads like Odee.
Yeah, so for me, like, literally winning is all that I care about. Like, that it made me so angry that I switched like continents just to go and get revenge.
That's amazing.
But obviously in the last 6 months I've learned that if Soccerverse keeps growing, like, you can make something out of this, which for me is a bonus. But I still want to win. I'd rather win than get any money. I like that bit I don't care about. I want to win.
You definitely for the competitiveness. You want to win, not earn money. It's a bonus. Like always I said, if you can play Thank you so much. Something happened. M Joko, raided. Thank you, M Joko, for the raid. Welcome to Odee live stream. Yes, I always tell people, have fun with Soccerverse because it's fun. Plus, if you can get a free coffee every week, or a free pizza depending on your investment, maybe a free dinner if you are like a Ralek or someone hyper invested, go for it. Cool. So what is hi, M Jago, thank you so much. What is your the feature? I always ask this question. The feature that you want to see the quickest, you want to see tomorrow. If you can, you do like this and boom, new feature, Soccerverse working straight. What is the number one for you?
Right now I think the agent issue is the biggest problem I would like to see fixed. I'm still the way that it works now, I'm still not good. Still not sure if it's good or bad. I just know from working with agents and having an agent, like the agent is there to do what you want. Problem we have with Soccerverse is the players don't have a voice, but the agent is the voice. That's the only bit. Unless they can bring in some clever AI to actually be the player, I don't know. That might get seriously complicated. Apart from that, I think seeing the matches. I remember back to like early football management games in like the early 80s, where I think anybody that plays this game, they would instantly stare at me like, are you nuts? This was fun. Yeah, it was fun back in the 80s because there was nothing else like it. But I think once the first matches start coming into Soccerverse and you can see what's going on, and even you imagine like if you had even like a metaverse for like the cup finals to start with, where everybody that wants to come into that stadium to watch the European Cup final can come actually inside that stadium and sit down, and you can be sitting next to Goldsmith in the stadium and actually watch the game.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I love the game so much that I don't really have any like things like that I want now.
Priority number one for you is the match engine, I think, if I understand.
Yeah, kind of. I think like obviously buying players, making the formation, doing the tactics, that's kind of the bit I like, because that's kind of what I do for a living. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Cool. And for some competitive people like you with Saturn in Soccerverse, you want to see winning the Champions League, or what is your ambition number one in Soccerverse? What do you want to do?
Oh, for Sutton, yeah. For Sutton, yes, Champions League. If I can get to the Champions League final, that's as good as winning for me. Like I always say that to my players. Like if you can get to a final, if you lose, then go back and win next time. So getting there and winning it, yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Hopefully, we can get this Neymar transfer through. Hopefully, it doesn't get stolen again.
Exactly. That's another thing.
But thanks to you and your show, Wesley Gassava, the Brazilian kid who's at Al Nassr, I heard you talking about him. So it gave me the idea to go to Protagonist and say, can you put him in Sutton?
Yeah.
Because if his rating's going to go up, like Nick said, then once he gets sold, the money will really boost Sutton, and then we can bring in players and get it even bigger.
It actually went up quite a while.
I think he's gone up to 76. So
not enough, but it was a 55 or 56, right?
Yeah, so hopefully Protagonist forgets that he's there and we can keep him as long as we can.
Look, Kasova now is playing in Al Hilal, if I'm not mistaken, in the summer there, in the Saudi Championship. So, and he's very young. So I think if he comes back to Europe, his rating will even boost even more than that. For sure.
It will, and you said it. He's young. That's the thing with players, especially young players from different countries. It's like toss a coin. Are they going to be a hit or missed, or is it going to take a couple of years to get used to it? And then you're going to get players that just will never fit outside of their country, and that's what experience does. Like when you deal with young players. So even in esports, there's transfers and deals and players that travel around the world and go and live in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the team on the ground with a team to actually prepare those young players to like go and settle in a new country and
They
live.
will not.
They just it might be just complete horrible experience, and that happens in football as well. Like there's some footballers you'll see transfers, and all you ever see is like the crowd or the fans just complaining, "Oh, this player's crap, and we spent 20 million on him." You don't know what's going on in the background, and that's what happens in professional sports. Most of the stuff you'd never see. Sometimes players will have a crap game. You don't know why. It could be anything. That happens in esports as well. It happens all the time.
Yes.
So preparation is key. So it's interesting, especially now with season 2 starting in I don't know, 24 hours. Is it 24 hours?
Saturday.
Just over 24 hours. Yeah.
Yes.
All these new players, like 25,000 players, like when they fit into wherever they go, are they going to fit in? Would it make the teams better? All the managers that sign them are going to hope they make them better, but that's literally it. It's hope.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's professional sport.
Yes, exactly. And that stuff that you were saying, it's very, very interesting because about knowing the young people, because you can scout as much as you want, but from the outside you scout with stats, with data that you find on internet. But maybe this superstar that is playing very well in the second division of Spain will never move from second division of Spain, even though he's playing very well there. You spend a lot of money and the rating is kept, because unless he moved from Deportivo to Barcelona or to Inter, to some high base rating team in Soccerverse, his total amount of rating is kept, cannot go super high. And that's what's happening, for instance, in my case with Yermay. Yermay is 22 years old. He was the best in second division in Spain, and I was hoping for him to move to a big club. He was watched by Chelsea, Como, Napoli, Arsenal. He doesn't move. He didn't move last winter. It's not moving now. So I'm like, come on, I spent a lot of money. Go to a big club. But like you said, we are missing, I think, the last bit that an agent in Soccerverse needs is to really, really know the character of a player. It's very complicated.
Yeah,
Soccerverse is complicated.
It's tough. I've done it like in esports. So Counter-Strike, for example,
Yeah.
I signed a team in 2016. It was definitely on paper one of the best teams ever put together, but they absolutely failed, and that was when I sold my team to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
And it failed, and they were on 20 grand a month, these players, and I was being asked questions like, why aren't they winning? It's like, I honestly can't answer this question. I still don't know why. The annoying thing was, after that team broke up, 3 of them went on to become world champions a year later. Not in my team, somebody else's team, which was even more annoying.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it could work, but in your experience, do you think that competitive players could get into Soccerverse as a team? Like maybe I see people teaming up for buying a lot of shares, a lot of influence in a club, and then trying to manage the club, or single player. We have Sanks here, for instance, Sanks agency going through young players. That's one person going after a lot of young people. Do you think that teams in the future, like your teams that you manage your life, could get into Soccerverse somehow?
Possibly, yeah. I won't rule it out. I've seen so many things that I always get this question. Probably the hardest question I ever get is like, what's esports going to be like in 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to answer. So what I try and do is go backwards. What was it like 5 years ago? 5 years ago, the Saudis just came in and the salaries were average 20 grand. Now the salaries are average probably 50, 100 grand.
Wow.
So as for teams in Soccerverse, it's possible, I guess. I guess it's on the developers how they code it. But because there are so many roles, it wouldn't surprise me really.
But what would be the challenge? I mean, who gets more, the team winning the Champions League? What would be the the competition on? will be difficult.
Yeah, definitely difficult, but I think they have the brains to actually come up with that stuff. I think their vision for this is like next level anyway, because obviously they've made this. So I don't know. Who knows what they've already got planned? Like I'm sure they have a roadmap. They have a plan of where they're going. I'm sure of that. It's just how it actually evolves, and it's going to evolve all the time, and it already is. Like if you look in for the last month, it's been kind of a crazy month compared to the last 5.
Season 2 is going to be even crazier because we have apparently loans coming. I don't know when, but it's planned. We have new competitions, Europa League, Conference League, all of these things. So the game will evolve. It keeps on evolving. What about the blockchain side of it? So you said that you didn't have any experience on crypto blockchain before Soccerverse.
Absolutely none. I heard about it a lot when you manage players of average age of 19 for that amount of time, 2014, 15, 16, they were all dabbling in it and doing it and saying, come on Odee, do it, come on old man. They were winding me up. I didn't touch it, and I don't regret this. It's just it's one of those things you have to learn from life. So 2016, when I sold my team, one of my mates in Los Angeles said to me, you need to invest some money in this thing called Ethereum.
2016.
It's 8 cents right now, but it should get bigger. So, and I just looked at him. I was like, what are you talking about? And I said, no, I'll leave it. Anyway, hindsight, it's a fun word.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been interesting to see, and actually, to be honest, watching this show has helped me actually understand a lot more of it and how it actually works, and then I can see where it's going and obviously why it's in there.
Tell me about that. I'm curious to know your opinion. What is the competitive advantage that the blockchain behind games like Soccerverse have compared to, the not usual, like the Web 2 games?
Well, for me, like literally from somebody that's absolutely new to crypto,
Yeah.
like anybody can come in and possibly can make some money on this. That's interesting straight away. Like I didn't fully get it to start with, but now I kind of do. And some of these new players are like some of these superstar players right now. If you get them, and they're around for 15 years, and this game is never switching off. So
exactly,
that's SVC, and then once SVC actually becomes stable, how that all works, and obviously it's just like a normal like stock market that I'm used to. Once trading becomes normal and regular and stable, people will make money. It's obvious to see. It's just when does that happen? That's probably the question that everybody wants to know. For me, it's not something that I particularly care about. It will be nice, but will that change the game once it really gets going? We'll have to see.
Probably, yes.
I don't know. I am in no way an expert on that stuff.
No. But I was interested in knowing the first perception of someone that was not into blockchain at all, crypto at all. What is the first thing that you said is making money, which makes totally sense. Like I was saying, I always say this to people: try it, have fun, and if you can have a free coffee every week, better. But Football Manager, you pay for it. Okay, it's more developed, it's more in depth. You can see the players and blah blah blah. But you play alone, or you don't get any money out of that. So play both. Use the skills that you honed in other games and transfer learning. Do some transfer learning. Like in AI terms, it's called transfer learning. Use those skills and apply to a similar task, which is Soccerverse, and be good at it. So that's amazing. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just going to be interesting to see how it goes. Like, I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. I think it's going to be crazy for at least a couple of weeks. So and then we start playing again.
Exactly. We start playing again. There is the Leeds event in you will not be there, right?
No, I am going. Yeah.
You are going. You're going.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it's
a pity I tried to ask if we could live stream somehow, like at least a bit of it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Logistically, it wasn't feasible. But next year, if I'll be in Europe, of course I want to be in Europe. I will be there with you and all the others, and we're gonna do some live stream for the people all over the world.
Yeah, or hopefully it's a massive success and it explodes, and then the makers of the game invite everybody to a meetup in Hawaii and pay for everybody to go. That'd be cool.
With SVC.
Yeah, excellent.
They give us the bonus, the SVC bonus, and yes. Or we're gonna have small local events like Australian local event managed by Goldsmith, and UK, and then Chinese, Italian, Soccerverse conferences, stuff like that. We'll see. What based on your opinion? So you already compared Soccerverse to beasts like Immortals, Space Invaders, League of Legends, etc. So in your opinion, what is the time frame? When do you think we're gonna see Soccerverse, or what has to happen for Soccerverse to fill up, to explode?
So from the business side of me, basically you need a massive influx of people. Like seeing, what was it, Woody Alba that did the TikTok, which brought in loads of people.
Yeah.
If that can happen again a few times with different influencers, maybe.
Yeah.
It needs it basically, like from a business point of view, you need more customers. So if you get more customers, you make money. That's it. That's literally the only suggestion I could say, actually. So
marketing.
Yeah.
What would?
Marketing's key. Yeah, and that's part of it. So the marketing could be anything, and it like that's like. Well, they can pay me. I'll talk to them when I see them, hopefully on Saturday, about the marketing side of it. But from my team, for example, for Team Dignitas,
yes.
When we started, we didn't have any money. It was basically me working. I had a real job. I had a credit card, and I kind of backed up the team with most of it until we got that first sponsor. And it was literally, here's $12,000. We want to put a logo on your shirt. And back in 2003. We didn't have a shirt, so we just said we don't have a shirt, and the sponsor said we'll make it for you. So that put the light bulb on in my head, and then it's just marketing after that. It's getting the name out there. It's just constant, like non-stop bombardment of like what this is, what Soccerverse is, and then obviously everybody that plays it, all of the people that are always in your chat, these are all advocates for this game.
Yeah, we all are.
And yeah, and it will happen. It will happen naturally. It's just how much do they want to push it, how much budget there is to push it, if they want to do that, or if they want it to go like naturally. I don't know.
So far, if I know the team, I know they are a big fan of organic growth, even though it kind of takes longer, even because we are in a blockchain world, crypto world, and there is a lot of I would say people that think that everything that is crypto or blockchain is a scam. So there is this bad label on it that might scare people off. For instance, now I tell you, I'm in contact. I'm trying to get a football manager, mostly pretty big streamer, Italian. I'm in contact with him. I sent him a proposal, etc., and I'm still waiting for a reply. But I think it already happened twice when I actually reach out to people to do a collaboration like we do now. I come to your show, I explain Soccerverse, blah blah blah, or you do some videos, etc. When they see crypto, they don't run away, but they're scared. So, in your opinion, what is the marketing strategy, the tool that would work the best? Like spamming.
So honestly,
X,
like I in gaming, I am a massive fan of influencer marketing.
Okay.
I think it's the most effective marketing. If you've got to like look at who is this actually aimed at, and to be honest, I would think the people that are going to look at this first are going to be between 18 and 30 first. Obviously, I'm a slightly older version, but and basically all of the I look at my kids. So my kids, they've always got their phone in their hand. They're looking at social media. So the influencers, that's where I would go straight away. I'd find the right influencers. Like Willie Alba proved it pretty much. Like if that's not like a shining light for what he did just with that one video, I would just repeat that all over the place.
Yes. The tricky part with that is that we need the right audience, because as you saw, the big influx came, and then not all of them, but a lot of people of those left because they tried the game and then they moved on, because it's a slow game, it's a different pace, you have to learn a lot of different
I think the thing that has to go with that is the storytelling around whatever the influence is doing, but also it has to be simple when they land on the site. It has to be like, okay, what do I do? If they can't answer that question quickly, you've got a problem straight away. From the UK point of view of looking at this, like the crypto side is hard to understand. It's hard to do. There's no doubt about that. But I'm 53 and I managed to do it within a couple of hours, but only because I wanted to. But you've got to grab people's attention, and you literally got to stick a hook in them, and that hook's got to stay there a long time. How you do that, that's going to take my brain to think a bit more about that. But that's what I would do. Like I think the game is so good, it will sell itself. Yeah, it's the game's too good.
Yeah, that's great. And another tricky part of this is that the best spots are gone, and so what would we do? For instance, if I get new Italian people, the new Italian people who want to manage Napoli, Inter, Fiorentina, Verona, Serie A teams, they come and say, oh my god, this Nickx, oh my god, this Sanks, what do I do now? I have to go in Serie D, like 5th, 4th division. Oh, maybe it's boring.
Again, storytelling of the influencers. You can say that you're not going to come in and manage the big team straight away. Like, get on the ladder and work your way up.
Get in the leaderboards.
The story of why you're bringing them there is more important than actually the video of bringing them there.
Interesting.
If they don't get it, they just leave and they'll never come back.
Yeah, exactly.
And the big thing. Sorry to keep butting in, but the big thing, it's a game, so it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, people won't do it.
And the fun is very personal, especially in Soccerverse. As you saw, Goldsmith have fun. He has fun making money and doing his business strategy. Soccerverse Portugal also, he has fun doing all of Soccerverse Portugal things. We have Sanks is doing Ralek, what he's doing. Some people is controversial, but they have fun in their own way. So also we have to, I think, embrace diversity in terms of people having fun.
That's the word
ways.
Because like you've got different segments as well. So you have the crypto people, you've got the gaming people, you've got the football fans, and the football fans are always going to be the worst because football's football. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, they're going to moan at. It's like esports. It doesn't matter what you do. It's like a roller coaster of emotion when you do professional sport.
So basically, you just segmented Soccerverse community into 3 parts. In your head, the typical average Soccerverse player could be a crypto guy that wants to make money, first of all, a soccer fan, and the third one you said, the manager? Gamer. Okay.
Yep.
I'm interested about the.
So if you can merge all three, that's the perfect Soccerverse player, I think.
So the two of them are pretty self-explanatory, okay? Crypto man comes, invest, wanna make money as fast as possible, blah blah blah. He would invest, maybe he buys SVC because he sees volatility and then resell it, or buys influence in a young player. But that's already takes soccer knowledge. So maybe some people, crypto people, would even. It's probably more Goldsmith. You are the gamer. What about the soccer man? What about this third type? What is their role in Soccerverse? I don't understand.
I guess I'm kind of closest to that. because I love football,
I
but
would say
then
you're a
you'll get
gamer. More. I mean, you're both.
well. Yeah, I
Both.
would say I'm more closer to foot. In my head, I'm more closer. Even though I'm in professional gaming, like I love football. Like I will watch anything football. It's like when you called me for this, I'm watching Spain versus France. Is
Women.
it Spain? No, Spain versus Portugal women's. Well, Spain are winning. Oh, they won 5-0. The Women's European Championship. Yeah, I don't. And again, once you get whatever version of those people in, the story of why they're there and what they can do
that's
has to be
important.
so simple. It has to be instant or almost instant. Otherwise, you will lose them. I'm sure Soccerverse know this.
Yeah.
But if it was me doing marketing, that's what I would be doing because of what I've done in esports. I know influencer marketing is better than anything. There's no point sticking an ad on something. I don't think you've got to get the story out there.
We have some Soccerverse Portugal is actually writing. We can also have managers sponsored just because they're good and will show on tops several times or referred in videos, etc. Like Fazy Fly Emirates. Yeah, one day. Or Ralph.
Yeah.
Now with FIFA Rivals Mobile, can help to catch a lot of people for this type of games. Well,
Yeah, I've been involved with some games where, well, a good example is FIFA or FC25 now. So one of my friends actually, a lot of my friends run professional teams. So there's one FootWiz. You can go into FIFA and you can buy a FootWiz shirt and put it on Messi or Ronaldo. But the sponsor of my friend's team is on that shirt too. And that's what the sponsors want. They want to be inside the game. And then that's seen by how many other millions.
Crazy.
But this is exactly what he's typing now. This is the potential of this game from a commercial point of view. It's huge.
And also, because actually Ralph is saying FIFA Rivals is a bit crypto. But yes, I haven't watched that. I haven't looked at that game yet. But I don't like. I tried once. I didn't like it because it's not real, right? They don't use real players, etc. I guess one good things of Soccerverse is that we can lean on community members that do these data packs, which are mods, basically, community mods to use real player data, real faces, real names, real pictures. That's a big, in my opinion, advantage. What do you think about this, Odee? Because what about licensing? Do you really need licensing, or we can lean on community contributions to translate IDs into real world names?
So I've actually thought about the licensing a lot because obviously it's crypto. The licensing at the minute is there. I'm sure they're talking to some of these.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're talking to some of these leagues, some of these teams. Yeah. And eventually, hopefully, they do the global deals to get the licensing and the image rights in. That's when it goes mega millions involved then. So hopefully that happens. And that means the game will make a lot of money, which will be great for everybody. But kind of for me, I've been involved with games like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, where my team has had in-game stickers in Counter-Strike, where you had a Team Dignitas sticker and you can stick it on your in-game gun. Those things sell for a lot of money. So the original Team the stickers for Counter-Strike, 2014 Katowice sticker for my team sells for 6 figures now, pounds. What? It's actually nuts. Wow. I wish I knew that. If I saw that at the time, I would have bought a lot. But and then in League of Legends, sorry.
No, keep on going. Sorry, I didn't.
I was going to say, so all of these games. So for the professional teams, in-game items are very, very important for the professional esports teams. I don't know if anybody listening to the stream, does anybody follow any esports teams? That would be interesting. So there's some big ones now. So like Fnatic are one of the biggest in the world. I used to play Quake with the owner of Fnatic years ago.
Quake.
my friend's team, Alliance. So I know Loader at Alliance. Dota player, if anybody plays Dota. So Dota, the international biggest prize money tournament in the world.
Yeah.
So I saw all these gamers with nothing, just all they wanted to do was be the best at the beginning, and then money came in, and like I know one team that has a house in Portugal in Lisbon, Odee Esports. Yeah, Loader's really, really cool. Like these guys, like I know him, and then I see I see the fandom in like esports and where it went from, where we get chased around the place by fans. It's nuts. Like NIP. So Akadral, he knows esports.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, so that's Quake 3 of a Voodoo 3 graphics card. So I know exactly what you just typed there, and that made me smile, Sapone. It's I played Quake 3 for the UK national team, and I was I European champ? Yeah, I was European champion in Quake 3 CTF.
There you go.
This was 2001.
Ralph has also played something else, eFootball competitive and NBA. Okay, we have some competitors, yes.
Yeah, so I had 7 FIFA world champions. So the problem with like when you have players that are that good. So I used to play a lot of FIFA when I was growing up, but then when I started having signing world champion FIFA players, it's not fun to play FIFA against somebody that good. So I haven't played FIFA since 2006. I actually tried to bring in a couple of my friends from the FIFA world into this. I'm still going to try and get them in.
I wanted to ask you, someone with your connections and you're everywhere in the Web 2 world, in the highest, in the top of the top, elite part of gaming. What about you? Would be the best ambassador for Soccerverse? Do you try to get people in? Say, hey mate, why don't you check? This is my
The thing is, because I would love to. The thing is, because it's so immersive, professional esports players don't have time.
True. You're right.
When COVID was on, we learned very quickly that professional sports people, when they stopped playing sport and the musicians and movie stars stopped doing their jobs, they came to gaming to play with the professional gamers because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So, and we learned very quickly that professional sportsmen, they play games to chill. And then esports professionals, they do sport to chill.
Yeah.
But esports players do not have time to, they practice. So I didn't play very many games between 2004 and 2014 because I was playing Quake and Battlefield. That's all I played, Battlefield 1942. Best team in the world, but you have to play and play and play, practice. Do I know Too Good? My God. Do I know Too Good? James Harding. So this guy, he just typed in, he's one of the most famous names in esports. He was my teammate in Quake. I actually bought him into, I recruited him into the esports world. I saw him playing on a modem with a 300 ping.
One
And I said to one of my teammates, I said, this guy's cheating or he's one of the best players I've ever seen. Anyway, I recruited him. He was in my team, and he was one of the first esports transfers that I did. Definitely the first transfer in the UK. So I sold him for £700 to Fnatic.
Wow.
In God, don't know when. So yeah, I know James very well. Too good.
Odee knows everyone, guys. We have a pretty big people here in Soccerverse. Many people maybe don't realize, but you as a community member is a big thing. We have Andy Gore as a CEO. Andy Gore, who is the founder of Soccermanager Web 2 version. He's been basically like you, I think, about 30 years, 20 something years into building soccer management games. We have Andy Colosimo into blockchain. Andy Colosimo is actually has worked with even Daniel Kraft, which is in Soccerverse as well. They both they worked for the first altcoin ever. So there was Bitcoin, and then there was a fork of Bitcoin, and it's called Namecoin. It's still around, and we basically have a team of superstars, guys, both in the community and the team.
But how do you say that? These are clever guys. I'm not a. I couldn't do that. What they do. I'm good at playing games. I'm not good at making games.
Yeah,
Actually,
but
to be honest, I never tried. I just wanted to play stuff.
you're not only good at playing games, you're also good at finding talents and manage talents and
Yeah,
allocate the time, the skills, and sell those. So it's not only playing
that's
games.
one of my favorite things. Like, I think my favorite talent I found was in lockdown as well in COVID.
Mhm.
I found a Warzone streamer called Angelica. You could look her up. I don't think she's streaming right now. I was watching her. She had like 5 viewers
Yeah.
playing Warzone, and I watched her for about a week because she caught my eye because she was good, and I was like, this girl is cheating, or she's the best woman I've ever seen play games. And she turned out to be the best woman I've ever seen play games. So I recruited her and sent her a message, and within, I don't know, a month, I sent her a contract. I think it was $6,000 a month.
Wow.
And she signed for my.
Where was
She
she
was
from?
nothing. She's English. She's Polish English, so she lives in
Okay.
England, but she's half Polish. She was earning £200 a month in a local store,
Nice.
and then
You changed your life.
now she's a big streamer. She earns, I would say, 300 grand a year just streaming.
Yeah. That's another thing. What about the social, like what we're doing now? For instance, in these shows, you see, I think, what is your opinion? Soccerverse is a small community, is growing every time. I can see the stats, new people coming every show, 2-3 people. We're still small but growing, and I can see it. How do you see these shows next year or in 2 years' time? Do you think that can be a part of the Soccerverse game? Also, the
100%. It should be in game as well. So
in-game.
this pops up inside the game.
Yeah.
It can happen. I know it can from Twitch. It's an integral part of it. It's like I would say almost everybody playing this game, I would think, probably likes football, apart from Goldsmith, as you said. So we're all very used to watching whatever we watch to see football news and stuff like that. But from my esports experience, this is the channel. So Twitch, for example, that you're streaming on.
Yes.
When that first came along, I didn't really get it to start with. A bit like Soccerverse, to be honest. But then Amazon bought Twitch for $1 billion. It's not. I think I was one of the first partners of Twitch, which is not actually, that was because of Too Good as well. Too Good works for Twitch. Yes, the show will be bigger. There'll be more people watching it, and it's literally the news. It's like obviously we have Discord now. Integration with Discord and Soccerverse, I don't know how that works. Like, this Soccerverse will have to talk to Discord. With this game, everything is about knowledge, which is you have to know what's going on when it's happening.
Yeah.
So
timing.
things like this are absolutely key. It really is. And now, like, the social, as I get older, I don't watch the social stuff so much because I rely on my daughters to tell me what the hell's going on. But things like even TikTok's probably the fastest growing social thing out there.
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit there scrolling all day on that.
Me
So,
neither, but I should use it probably.
But long answer to your question, yes, this is integral, I think. And it always was in esports when streaming came along, when Twitch came along. It changed everything. It really did. There's a really cool documentary. It's only a 10-minute documentary on me and how I did what I did.
Nice.
Actually, I think I can write it if
Write it in the chat.
I'll do it at the end, actually.
Okay.
Or do you want me to write it now? You don't want people watching it now.
No, okay.
There's a cool documentary. It's called The Rise of UK Esports.
Nice.
The cool thing for me was the guy that made the documentary was one of my players, and now he's a director. So, the esports has just taken me everywhere and changed everything for me. From 26 years ago, when there were no jobs in esports, now there are jobs in almost every single industry you can think of. Even what you do, Nick, I'm the analysts now in esports.
Yeah.
Are absolutely key. Data is absolutely key.
I know.
Like, it's people are habits, but those habits are numbers.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if you
yeah.
can find the numbers, we did it in esports for years, like just patterns, movements, League of Legends. If you played Dota or League of Legends,
Keystrokes analysis is big. Heat
yeah,
maps. I know, I know.
exactly.
Yeah,
When I played Battlefield, we used to do pixel shots. So
exactly.
I'd practice. I was a sniper, so I'd practice for hours shooting at a pixel as quickly as I could when I spawned, and I'd kill the person on the other side of the map, and they wouldn't even know what killed them because my pixel hit. That's why we were the best in the world. So
That's crazy. That's crazy. There's a whole world behind esports that most people I didn't know. For me, everything is new, But I'm amazed. I'm fascinated, and it's even, inspiring because it tells stories of people that made it playing games that once upon a time it was considered, I think, for kids, wasting time.
yeah.
Well, nowadays it's a bit different.
Well, exactly. So I was awarded an honorary doctorate by
Yeah,
University of Chichester 2 years ago.
Dr. Odee.
And the first thing I said was, I was petrified. I was in a Chichester Cathedral with 200 people, and I was dressed up with all of the degree stuff that you have to wear. Yeah. So Dr. Odee, if I want to be, I won't use that though. Anyway, the first thing I said was my mum told me I'd never get anywhere playing video games. But now tomorrow, I think actually tomorrow it starts, but the Esports World Cup starts tomorrow.
Nice.
And it's going to be for 8 weeks. I think it's like 20 plus games, something like that. $80 million prize money.
Jesus, 80 million. You have people who are playing there for you?
No. So I don't have a professional team anymore because I sold it, and I left the last two teams like I'm like Mourinho. I had a hissy. The last two jobs I had a hissy fit and walked out.
Nice. After you win everything.
Yeah, it's my way or I don't want to do this. But actually, in esports, I bumped into Mourinho once.
Nice.
That was kind of weird.
You basically met everyone. So next one to meet is Ancelotti, and then you become, like I said before the show, you will become. If we can buy influence of Odee, we should, because I think his rating is going to increase and reach 99.
Yeah, I
Next,
think my wife will be happy too.
Sorry?
My wife will be happy. Yeah, make some money when she kills me off.
Of course.
But Ancelotti, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So thanks for mentioning that. So I'd like to meet him because he helped one of my former teammates. So one of my former teammates is a guy called Paul Clement, who is now the assistant manager of Brazil with Ancelotti as the manager.
See.
Which I find probably one of the most surreal things in my entire life. That my teammate that I used to play football with is now the assistant manager of Brazil. That's just nuts. It was already weird that he was assistant manager at Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and Chelsea, but now Brazil. It's
you're surrounded
pretty cool.
by talent, man. I should come closer to you actually, and get.
Yeah. So actually, if I can get, I've got his number actually. I should text him and say, Paul, can I get hold of your players to watch list? That would be good.
Yes, and give them my referral link as well. You never know.
Yeah. And also, you never know who's playing this game. Like, there could be, like, you might find because professional footballers will have time to play this.
Yeah, we have one, at least one. We are sure we have Nacho Eras with us. It's here. Yeah. It's probably here in the chat as well. You usually hear it's Kef, his nickname in Twitch. He has played in very high levels in La Liga, if I'm not mistaken. Now he's playing in Iceland, I think. Professional player, loving the game, one of the top. Very active in the community, Nacho Eras. So everyone knows Nacho Eras in Soccerverse.
Cool. Yeah, it just shows you. Like that's why I'm so bullish about this game. Like, and
yes, exactly.
The more I learn about the crypto side of it, it just makes it. There's nothing else like it. That's why it's so cool.
Exactly. Cool. I think, man. I don't know. I don't have any other question or. I'm just curious. I'm just waiting for you to be crowned the next Sir Ian Livingstone. Like, you probably will. That's your road, in my opinion. I don't want to jinx because Italians are very how do you say, we think about
Superstitious.
yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
yes.
that would be cool. So I've because of esports, I've met 2 prime ministers now. I've been to
Two
Downing
prime
Street. I've been in Number 10. I've been in Parliament. But what I do now, like on my day job, is pretty cool. So I do a lot of stuff around education and esports. So I get to go to a lot of universities around the country in England and Scotland, actually. And I talk to students about esports and career paths, and almost every single university now has an esports team. DreamHack, I haven't been to DreamHack for a while, but DreamHack is like, God, how can you put it? When I first saw DreamHack in early 2000s, like you imagine a room, Nick, with 5,000 gamers and their computers in there. That's DreamHack.
Noisy and hot room.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to DreamHack a lot. It's in Sweden.
What do they do? They play competitive games around the world?
They just play for fun. They
fun.
socialize. There's tournaments, and that's how I got started.
5,000 people logged.
Oh, that's small now. You can get bigger ones, 10,000. I've seen.
That's crazy.
I've been to tournaments, places like China. It's absolutely nuts. Been in a professional league in America, in Los Angeles. Lived there for 6 months.
Nice.
And it was, yeah, that was pretty cool. I won a world championship there on TV. Yeah.
You know what I
should write a book
from you? Yes, first of all, you should write a book, and I will watch your documentary. But also, what I like is that a person like you that is used to fast, first-person shooters or play Dota games that are active, quick, actually loves a game like Soccerverse, which is turn-based and strategy. It's very slow. I'm bullish.
It's probably my replacement mechanism for not managing a professional team every single day like I used to. I love managing football games. It's fun.
Now, what your last question? Then we leave the room to the people. People, write questions to. If you have questions for Odee, write them in the chat right now. Because we were already 1 hour and almost 1 hour and a half. Time flew away. But last question. What is now you're doing education. You're going through university, doing this advocating job. But don't you miss managing teams? And why don't you ever think about managing soccer managers, Soccerverse managers?
Yes, I miss managing professional teams, 100%, no doubt about that. If somebody, but the problem is now because you need money in esports. Like I need to do what I want at my level. I need someone to come along with $10 million,
big funds,
and say, yeah, I need a billionaire. I've dealt with 4 or 5 billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
I need someone with $10 million, and then I'm back. That's I could do that if I wanted to. Managing more in Soccerverse, I think yes. Like I can invest more into Soccerverse. I would like to do that. Right now, something's enough for now. But yeah, I could expand, I guess.
How would that work? It would be weird. It would be a topic, a whole different discussion. But it just out of my mind, like Odee, the manager of other 5 managers. How would that work? It's weird. I cannot. I don't have the brain to think about it right now.
Yeah, I'm good. I have to think about stuff like that. I can't just get that off the top of my head.
Okay, well,
that'd be interesting. But yeah, will I go back to running a professional esports team? I don't know. I won't say no to anything. But when they asked me to be Great Britain team manager, that was like 100% yeah. And I don't sit here normally with a Union Jack behind me. I'm not that English. It's covering up all my stuff on my wall. I grew up in 70s, 80s, watching the Olympics, watching people like Daley Thompson win gold medals. So the thought of me actually getting a gold medal, if I could do that, that's it. Like, there's nothing else I need. I don't need money. A gold medal. That's all I want.
Wow, that would be
okay.
Amazing.
I'm not playing anymore. I'd love to play. I wish I was 30 years younger. But no, if we can win a gold medal and go up on a podium and get the flag going up. Yeah, I'll
That-
probably cry, but
That will get you. Yes, we want to see it live. If you, that's when you win, and then we will have Soccerverse a sticker, a small one.
yeah,
because you're
it's
gonna
true.
be-
Yeah, we could do that, and it will be live because it's going to be on.
Of course
it'll
it's
be
gonna be live.
broadcast because now it's the Olympics. Like now, that's where it's totally changed. Now money comes into it because it's going to be broadcast globally, so it's going to be really big.
Of
Which is
course.
why the IOC are adding it. They know they need the younger generation to watch stuff they want to watch. Yeah, kind of nuts.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh well, I will push. I will be cheering for you, Big Boss. I never watched that, but I think it's going to be. Please share things how it's going also with us, because we are
I
a
will.
family in Soccerverse. So we support each other in many different ways. Sport game you think will grow the most over the next year, or best organized esport team out there right now? 3 questions.
Esports game right now. I like watching Valorant at the minute. I think that's growing fast. I kind of watch I watch a lot of esports stuff. I kind of focus a lot on former players that used to play for me. So a lot of the players that I used to have are becoming commentators and being analysts now. So it's like watching football games, but now it's my players doing all of the talking. It's kind of nuts. Even the Esports World Cup, the guy running it used to play for me. He was Command and Conquer World Champion in 2006. I've lost I'm trying to look for the questions. What was it? So favorite esports game. The one that's going to grow the most, I can't answer that. Let me watch the World Cup in the next 8 weeks, and then I will tell you. Best organized esports team out there. I will get crucified if I pick one on this one, because I know everybody. I have to be careful on this one, but I have a lot of my friends run esports teams. I'm gonna pick 3 so I don't get in trouble. So Complexity in America, OG Esports, like I said, based in Lisbon. And Fnatic. Fnatic's one of the biggest teams in the world.
Interesting. Cool, thank you. And then we have Soccerverse Portugal. Tactics, analyze opponents, teach them the small details, many things a manager of other managers can do. Thank you, Soccerverse manager. Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, and this is why I do a lot because I go to the universities, as you saw on my Twitter. I talk to a lot of coaches from esports teams, and they just ask me like, I do this, what would you do? And I just give them little tips, and you can see the clever coaches, they listen to, sometimes I'll say one line and you can see their brain just going into overdrive. So one example was this week, or last week, in Reading College in Berkshire. One of the coaches of the Valorant team, he said, like, are there any like training tips you can give me like to help on comms? So in esports, comms are very important when you talk to each other. When you've got 5 people in a team, you have to be really good at comms. So I said, did you ever play football? And he's like, yeah. I said, like 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch drills, like in a short space, 2 touch passes to each other. And he said, yeah. I said, do that with comms. And he was like, he looked a bit confused. And I said, so you tell your players you can only say 2 words. If you say 3 words, I'll write it down. You get whoever gets the most. If you say it wrong, buys dinner for the rest of the team. But you practice saying the most valuable word to get your teammates to help you.
Yes.
And when I explained that to him, you could see his brain ticking and like, oh, light bulb.
Nice.
So when I see stuff like that, that's where I know I can still do it a little bit. So when we go to the Olympics, I won't be coaching every single game. I'm too old for that now. I'm going to get coaches that know the games to help me help the players win. That's it.
Yes, you've been the coach of the coaches.
Yeah.
Basically.
Exactly. And looking at, if you look at Brazil, for example, with Ancelotti's not going to be running around a pitch like kicking a ball all over the place. He's going to be talking to people. That's where he's coaches. That's where he's brilliant.
Yeah. Cool. Akidral is your is very into esports, so he wants to know the best esport final ever experienced and who are the best at organizing esport events.
Okay, so I will pick on like I'll say two answers for this that I'm very conservative. So every single final that I was in where I won or my players won, they were the best. When you win a world championship or you see a player win a world championship and you know how much effort they've put in to win, that's what makes it like it's like your babies have grown up. And the last world championship I saw was in London in November, the O2 Arena, which was, I don't know, 40,000 people. It was the League of Legends World Final, where they introduced the team. I was watching, the team came out and Lincoln Park were playing on the same stage at the same time.
Crazy.
And they stopped the music to introduce the team. It was so cool.
Nice.
That was really good. And who organized the best events? EFG. Yeah, they do stuff all around the world.
EFG, okay. For me, everything is new. I need to take notes. Soccerverse Portugal, maybe not a huge scale, but that's something where managers, yeah, I agree, Soccerverse Portugal. Maybe in the future we're going to have all these coaches of coaches in Soccerverse. Probably we already have them. Esport goats. Okay, Akidra, last question is, in your opinion, what is the goat of esport?
There are many. Well, that's again. I know so many people. I'll get moaned at by somebody. Anybody that's become a world champion in esports, I know how hard that is to do. They got my respect. That's it. It's hard. It's like sport. It's exactly the same as sport mentally. Different, obviously. It's a game, but to be the best in the world at anything is really bloody hard.
Cool.
So I'll type in the documentary name. You should just Google this on YouTube, and you can see it. But it's pretty cool.
Esteban, Nick, who do you think is the god of football? Ooh, the god of football. For me, let me think about it. I don't know, to be honest. I have my favorite player ever, but not many people know it's Insigne, Lorenzo Insigne. Now coming back in Italy, but that's not the goat. In my opinion, what is doing Vinicius Jr. now, actually Lamine Yamal, okay, they're very young, but they are super on the road for becoming the GOAT. One of the two, either Vini or Lamine Yamal. Because I'm in that age where I didn't experience Maradona. I was too young. Actually, I wasn't even born. And I experienced Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, but to be honest, if I have to choose between the two, for me it's like Pelé versus Messi. I would say Cristiano Ronaldo. For the things that he achieved, the numbers that he achieved today. But I think he's going to be taken by one of the other. Lamine Yamal, for me, looks like an alien. It's not normal. It's like out of this world. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm looking at him, expressing it. I wanna get old, looking at Lamine Yamal, and I think he will become the GOAT, in my opinion. How big a chance it is that 2G? Sorry, what is that?
Too good. No
Too
chance.
Good.
He's too busy making games. That's why he owns his own games company now.
The rise of UK esports.
Yeah, that's the YouTube video.
Well, you cannot put the link. If you write me the link in Discord, I put the link straight away so that people click and then they can watch it after the show.
Okay.
The show is basically done. I mean, do you have anything that you want to tell us, Odee? Now we spoke about you, about Soccerverse, about esports, about everything.
No, I'm missing marbles.
Oh, marbles! You wanna play some marbles? I don't have any giveaway, to be honest, here right
now.
now.
No, don't worry.
But
No, I was joking, but I do enjoy that. It's so addictive.
Is it? It's competitive, not really competitive because it's random. You know what?
I've never won. So it's addictive because I've never won it. I always fall off the track randomly.
Let's do a giveaway in honor of. So Odee called it. He wanted to play marbles, so we're gonna play marbles. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go. That link did work.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
send it to me.
You still need to get mods as well.
Yes, by the way. But who wants to be a mod? Let me know, guys, if you wanna be a mod, because that would help. You put it in the chat. Yes, there you go. I put it here. So let's do a marble. Let's do a Grand Prix. For how much?
I wanted to ask you a question, but so did you ever play football?
Of course, I'm very good actually. No, I'm not very good. I'm very good in the Italian sense. I played soccer or football, how you call it, since ages. Since I was, don't know, probably 8, 10 years old. And then when I grew up, but I didn't have the head to become a professional. But I arrived very close. I mean, there were people close to me that became professionals, but I didn't have the head. When I was 16 years old, 15 years old, I was good because I'm short. I'm on 1 meter 65, I think. I'm pretty short, but big legs. So I used to be very fast. I was the fastest. So the trick in my team was throw the ball behind the defenders. I would run and score. I remember once I was 15 years old, I think. I scored like 16 goals in the first 4 games, and people were, "Oh, you're Nick. Oh, you're Nick. Oh my God, you're gonna become someone." Blah blah blah. And then I had an injury. I stayed away from soccer for probably 6 months, and then I stopped playing. Very good. I decided that chasing girls and smoking and have fun was better. That was my turning point. So I never became anyone, but I love soccer. And one day I hope, like Soccerverse Portugal always mention, we can have a Soccerverse real game. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm not left-footed, I'm right-footed, but I played on the left all the time. I used to be an attacker. I played on the left. I used to be on left midfield because I run a lot. I used to run a lot. I always play on the left. Don't know why, because I like to, like Lorenzo Insigne, I like to cross with the right and do spins with the right foot.
Well, I started off as a kid as a striker, and then I went to American football for 7 years. Played American football in London, and then when I went back to football, I snapped my cruciate ligament when I was 29, and that's how I got in. That's how I got into gaming.
Yeah, well, I think the esport gaming now is happy for your ligament.
Yes, yeah.
Even the UK team will be happy, I'm sure. Right winger, there you go. I was a left winger, and then even played in the defense. Like the past 10 years, I've been playing only indoor soccer. So, but before that, I was a defender as well. And I prefer indoor soccer now because it's quicker. Let's play some marbles, guys. Let's play some marbles. Let me set it up. Odee, do you have time?
Yeah.
It was so interesting. We didn't even look at the Soccerverse game. It wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I'm so busy at the minute, traveling around all over the place. Like tomorrow, I'm doing a 7-a-side football tournament of ballers, which is like the Ballers League, which is going to be on YouTube apparently. But I'm managing a team apparently.
That's amazing. But that's a 7-on-7.
Sorry, say that again.
What is that? It's indoors. It's a 7-on-7, right? 7 versus 7.
7 versus 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an esports team, and they said Odee come to it. I thought I was just going to watch, and now they're saying I'm managing it. So whatever. Let's see what happens tomorrow.
Send me the link at least in Discord.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Or put it here. I will post it.
Yeah, I haven't even looked where I'm going yet. What time is it? 20 to 11. I have no idea what time I've got to go over, so I need to check that. So
let's do a Grand Prix. Let's do like a three random, and let's put prize of, I don't know how much. Let's say 1000 SVC. Okay. We do, the first one gets 500, second one gets 300, and the third one 200. Huh?
Yeah,
Not bad.
and double that, and I'll put 1,000 in.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's double
As
that.
I've
Oh my god.
talked for an hour and a half.
Was it good? Did you like it?
Yeah, it just makes me even more determined. So after when I had my stroke, one of my mates said to me, "Before you die, can you write a book?" And we laughed, and then I thought about it, and I thought, actually, he's got a point. I need to write a book. There's so much. I've seen so much and done so much cool stuff. Yeah, I need to do a book. That's something I need to do.
Oh, sorry. Yes, please write a book. Give me 1 second and okay, there you go.
And it's like I could do one page on like all the famous people that I've met. It's kind of nuts, just from gaming. The weirdest one, the absolute weirdest one was, Captain Kirk, William Shatner.
Captain Kirk is the
Star Trek.
The Star Trek. Yes. You met that guy
so
too.
We were at a tournament in Saudi Arabia, and we were sitting in the VIP tent, and some of the people from Star Trek came in, and William Shatner came in and sat down, and I was like, "It's William Shatner" in my head. And my players, I think the oldest was 20, and they're like, "What? What's wrong with you?" I said, "Look," and they're like, "Who's the old bloke?" And I was like, "What?" They didn't know who he was.
Crazy. So let me randomly. You met everyone. Did you meet George Clooney?
No. I think
almost.
For me, the coolest one I met was Thierry Henry. That was cool.
Oh my god! I hate Thierry.
Really?
No, but only because I used to play FIFA. No, only for FIFA, because everyone uses him. I don't like him. But no, of course, he's a big one. Yes. Why is the big one for you, Thierry Henry?
It was just random. I went to watch the cup final, and I got there too early, and I was in Wembley Stadium in the lifts going up, and he just walked in, and I didn't know what to say. That wasn't even a gaming tournament. And then I met Kim Kardashian. I met her in Los Angeles.
Wow, where? Randomly or at an event?
At a tournament in Santa Monica Airport. There was a TV studio there. We were there, and I didn't know who she was. It was 2007.
You said, "Sorry, Kim, what? Sorry, I don't know you."
No, I said hello, but I didn't know who she was. But I knew who her boyfriend was, because he was Reggie Bush. He played for the New Orleans Saints, American football team. I knew who he was.
What a man! So the most shocking person you met is Thierry Henry. And what is the other VIP that actually you had a bad impression? Okay, you can tell it. He's not probably watching the show.
Oh,
bad. Like you said, "Oh my god, this guy, I thought it was more fun, but it's actually an ass."
I have one in my head, but I can't say it because it's too. He's still relevant, so I might meet him again. Yeah.
Okay, don't say it. Second.
Day I'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay. You'll tell
I don't know.
me.
I'll think about it while you do marbles.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I need to play. I got to play.
Right, play. Yes. So guys, thank you, Odee. By the way, thank you so much for co-sponsoring this giveaway. We have, out of nowhere, a big giveaway now, guys. We're gonna do, I just put random tracks, 3 tracks random, and I don't know how long they are, to be honest. The first one will get 1,000 SVC. Do you want to do, let's do twice if we have time. You guys have time if you like it. We do it, what do you want to do, Odee? We do only once. First position gets 1,000, second position gets 600, and third position gets 400, or we do 2 Grand Prix of basically 6 games?
Do one. Yeah, do one.
One. Okay, let's go.
Yep.
One is 1K. First one is 1K. Second one is 600.
Purely because I need to know where the hell I'm going tomorrow.
Okay, we're gonna be this, and then we close it. Cool, guys. Oh, I want to play too, just for fun, of course. Play. There you go. Let's put back Odee. Cool. Okay. So, you're in. 21 players. We're gonna go, huh? I apologize in advance for. Let's go. Start. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's slow. It's very slow. Un Andaluz is very strong, eh? I don't know why. I go down with that with you. Let's try. Oh my god, no, I do bullshit. I don't know. Meow. Tiki, Soccerverse Portugal. Tati. I never. Are you new, Tati? Welcome to the show, big boss. I think it's the first time I see your name, Tati. Jack Stowell, Janka, behind. Soccerverse fan canal is flying. You wanna world record of Soccerverse fan canal? Odee, I'm sorry. You're back. You're behind. Look at this cannon. Nick script. Forget about it. Oh my god, what is this? A tornado. This is the first time we do it. And apparently Soccerverse fan canal is dominating, guys. And Odee, you're second. I don't know what happened. Congratulations. Look. Ooh.
I did a charity poker tournament once, and I won my own tournament. It was charity, so
easy like that. No, it's not easy. And what happened then?
I got the money. I gave it to this charity, so I had to give it back.
Ah, charity. Yeah. Look, it looks like you can win this too, because you're gonna arrive probably second. Because look at that, the others are so behind. Actually, they're all dead. It's only 3 people survived. Soccerverse fan canal 1, Odee 2nd, and Sanks 3rd. So Sanks, congratulations. Odee, congratulations.
Yeah, it's good. Because I was a professional gamer. I've been practicing this course for ages. Yeah,
for sure. I'm sure you know all the tricks. You were pixel practicing also marbles. I'm pretty sure. You have data analysis about this. You have some data.
I know a man that can help me with that.
Really? Let's move to the next one, guys. So far, everyone is dead except Soccerverse fan canal, Odee, and Sanks. Let's go. Next map. The dojo. Wow. This is new too. Looks like it's gonna be quick as well, because Camelia did it in 1 minute and 37. So unless she cheated.
This looks like a Fortnite map.
A Fortnite. Do you also have Fortnite professional gamers?
I used to, yes. Then it wouldn't surprise me if Fortnite's at the Olympics. It wouldn't surprise me.
So we don't know the list of games yet?
No, they haven't decided.
Oh my god. It's gonna be exciting to know. Only me missing. Sorry, I think 21, right? You're in, Odee?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not. I'm watching, thinking I'm in. I'm not. God.
Don't see you.
There you go.
23. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Boom. I don't know where you're gonna. Let me go here. Boom. Everyone takes their own direction. Right, left. Where is people? Ah, here. They fall down here. We have to be careful. Soccerverse fan canal is. Wow. Today is your day, big boss. Look, it's first. And then it follows No, Akidral now. Akidral, Soccerverse fan canal, Tiki Ge Venito, Adegorn. I don't see. Odee, you're there. Some jumps. Can they collide? It would be so cool. Bamboo sticks. Ooh, here, everything can change. Attention. Let's have a look. Aye, someone dead. Un Andaluz, it's not your day today, amigo. Attention, Ge Venito out of nowhere. Boof. Big boss. Akidral still there. Janka also coming. Shumi just started the track. I think you're dead, Odee. I don't see you anymore. A lot of people die. I don't know how they die. Akidral leaving the pack, guys. Gevenito second, Janka, Jack Stovell. And then Soccerverse fan canal is number 5, eh? He can win this Grand Prix.
That's the first time I've seen Jack on for a while.
Yes, you're right, Jack. How are you doing, big boss? It's been a while, eh?
I think his partner had a baby.
Wow. Congratulations, Jack. Did you just have a baby?
Oh, cursed him, he's dead.
Phew. You jinx it. Janka, congratulations, you arrived. I missed your arrival. Janka, number 1. Gevenito, number 2. We have some big managers' names here. Soccerverse fan canal. Oh my god. All the big bosses of Soccerverse. 1, 2, and 3. I think Soccerverse fan canal is already in good likelihood of winning this Grand Prix. Nick, when you will do a stream with Mjogo? I don't know. We have to do it actually. I want to also do it with Ralph. Talking about all the other leagues that I don't normally talk. So, very soon, I write it down and I contact him. Mjogos. And Ralph. I need to do it. Maybe one Saturday, you know? We do it. Cool. Final result. Let's have a look. Janka first, Gevenito second, Soccerverse fan canal third, Bersekov and Sanks. Sanks also there, eh? Sanks, maybe you are on the right track. Let's have a look. Next map, next and last one. Ti prego Gesù. Sanks is praying San Gennaro, a very famous Napoli saint. Pray. 8 weeks old. Wow. Congratulations, Jack. You have tell me, you write me in Discord how it looks like, because in a few months it's gonna happen to me as well. New fathers of Soccerverse. Baby is having a crazy evening though. Cool. So it's a baby, boy, girl, what's the name? If you wanna share it, you don't have to. Just curious. Adegon, let's I reach out to Mjogo. We'll do a season with all community the Njogos. Second League of Portugal, all teams are same community. Really? That's amazing, guys. Cool, congratulations. Thank you, Mjogo, for bringing in new players and also viewers at this show. That's amazing, Adegon. Thank you. I didn't know. And third league as well. Oh my god. Baby boy. Theo is his name. Welcome, Theo. Welcome to the family of Soccerverse. Soccerverse is welcoming you. Cool, 24. Okay, we're all in. Am I in? I don't know. No. Play. There you go. Okay, let's go, guys. This is the win. You win it or break it. I remember this. We already did it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Let's go. I'm first. I'm already first. Oh no, Soccerverse Portugal is first. These funnels. We should build a track, Soccerverse track. That's marketing. Kef, ciao Kef, I didn't see you, you just arrived. Nacho, we talked about you, you know? You are our Soccerverse professional player. You just arrived, Kef? You didn't make it, I'm sorry. You're not in. By 1 second. Lusitano first. Jack is coming. Bersakov, Shumi, Adegon, Soccerverse Portugal, Lax, Nickx Crypto, Odee and Tiki, boom, and all the others. Sanks, come on, Sanks. You're a bit too very, very back. Sorry. You didn't pray enough. Ooh. Oh my god. Adegon, what is called? Oh, you're dead. I thought you were going for the shortcut. Soccerverse Portugal, dead. People is dying all over the places. What? What is going on? Why nobody is getting in? All dead, guys. Maybe Sanks, you can make it. If you don't die, you can make it. Only Sanks and Tyfunk. Attention, Sanks is about to jump. No, but this is bugged. So nobody can finish it. Let's see this. No winner for this. So I don't know how the game will probably I don't know how it works. Let's have a look. Everyone dead. No time, but you gain some points somehow. I don't know how, but you gain some points. Let's have a look what the game decides. Finish. 100% the dead rate. It's crazy. Wacky races. Anyone who remained to race still couldn't win. Crazy. Okay, let's have a look, guys. So number 3 is the one that will win 400 SVC. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Thanks. Congratulations. At least you won. Not bad. Thanks. This is why you should get back into Discord. Nobody likes you if you don't come back into Discord. Come on. Everyone wants you back to Discord. We need some people to fight with.
Why is he not in Discord?
Because he was taking a break. He said that he wanted to take a break, but you should come back, man. Right, Odee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, if Odee says so, you better listen. He's the manager of Ancelotti. Without Discord, I can win. You can win anyway. Let's see. Second position. Attention. 600 SVC. 3, 2, 1. Janka is winning everything. I just transfer you your NFT for the awards, and now you're winning this race. Congratulations, Janka. Winning everything. Janka Bear. Big boss. Our Soccerverse queen. Representation of women, the female gender. Who knows? Janka, do you know if we have other females in Soccerverse or just you? It would be good to know. Cool. Janka, congratulations. Soccerverse fan channel, tomorrow is your birthday. Congratulations. Let's see if you win today.
I've had several women world champions in esports.
See? Soccerverse fan channel, congratulations, happy birthday for tomorrow. This is your gift, anticipated gift, half from me and half from Odee. Congratulations, Soccerverse fan channel winning. Big boss, 1K. What are you gonna do? You know what he's going to do? Soccerverse fan channel, I know. He straight away, he knows already where to spend it. He's going to buy some 50 rated player that is going to be super good in 6 months, because he's that good. Soccerverse fan channel, Libertarex, not only as a manager but also as a scout. He's that good. Congratulations, everyone, guys. We made it. Let's get back to the chat. Let me
All
go
right.
back.
Well, I'm gonna jump off, but do
Sure.
watch that. Do watch that documentary because that kind of sums up what we spoke about for an hour and a half in 10 minutes. A lot better. So
We'll, yes, for sure. We'll do it. Okay.
okay.
Odee,
All
thank
right.
you so much.
No worries.
Thank
See
you
you
so
later.
much for being here. And I'll see you around these shows and in Discord.
Okay. See ya.
Thank you. Ciao, Odee. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Cool, guys. We made it. We made it to the end. Thank you so much for the attention. Today it was amazing. Did you see how big is that guy? How many other community members, how many other games can say, oh, we have someone like Odee in the game? Not many. Our team is stellar. The community members is stellar, just like you that you're here with me today, witnessing everything exploding. We're gonna get big, guys. By the way, big dates